Keegan, your presentation is up next.
My presentation is on the Abraham Lincoln assassination. Abraham Lincoln was shot on April 14th of 1865. I'm going to tell the story of how he was shot and killed. But before we do that, we gotta go a few days before he was assassinated. 9th, 1865, General Robert E. Lee surrendered to General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox. 2 days later, Lincoln spoke from the White House to a crowd gathered outside. Booth was present at Lincoln, as Lincoln suggested in a speech that voting rights be granted to certain blacks. Infuriated, Booth's plan now turned in the direction of the assassination. On the morning of Friday, April 14th of 1865, Booth dropped at Ford's Theater and learned that the President and General Grant were planning to attend the evening performance of Our American Cousin. He held one final meeting with his co-conspirators. He said he would kill Lincoln at the theater since he had learned that Grant had left town.
You know what, man? You know what I've been thinking? This fool is up here talking about all this stuff. He thinks he knows what I'm saying. You still got that Smith & Wesson?
Yeah, cuz.
Right there? Yo, we should murder that fool.
Let's do it, man.
homie?
I hear you.
Yo,
Let's
but
do it.
first we should hit McDonald's, though.
Yeah?
The attack was to take place at approximately 10:15 p.m. that night. Booth had hoped the resulting chaos and weakness in the government would lead to a comeback for the South.
Play, babe? Sure thing.
The presidential party arrived at Ford's at about 8:30 p.m., armed with a single-shot Derringer and a hunting knife. Booth arrived at Ford's at about 9:30 p.m. Joseph Burroughs, a boy who worked at the theater, held his horse near the rear alley. Booth went next door to the saloon for a drink. He entered the front of Ford's Theater around 10:07 p.m. Slowly, he made his way to the state box where the Lincolns were sitting, with Clara Harris and Major Henry Rathbone. Lincoln's bodyguard, John Parker, of the Metropolitan Police Force, had left his post. At about 10:15 p.m., Booth had opened the door to the state box, shot Lincoln in the back of the head near point-blank range. Many in the theater thought he yelled, Sic Semper Tyrannis! Latin for, as always, to the tyrant. Miss Lincoln screamed. Booth flashed his knife at the audience, and he made his way across the stage in front of more than 1,000 people. Everything had happened so fast that no one had time to stop him. Booth went back out the back door, climbed on his horse, and escaped from the city using the Navy Yard Bridge. Lincoln never regained consciousness and passed away at 7:22 a.m. on the morning of April 15, 1865, at the Peterson House, across the street from the theater. To sum up Lincoln's assassination, it was some pretty serious stuff.